The Negro League players just got a massive update, and I'm going to show you how to get them because there are a lot of players that we need to talk about and players that you need to actually add to your Diamond Dynasty team. Not only do you can get these cards via the storyline modes, you can get these cards via the Conquest and also events and also some sort of collections as well. So I'm going to show you how to get each and every one so you can add to your team. So as always, you can win some games in rank, win some games in BR, and win some games in events, and probably also beat a couple of your friends with your additions to the roster. So before I do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell icon so you know when I drop another video, and let's get right into unlocking these Negro League players. So first off, you actually want to start off in the storyline mode where you can actually unlock 3 new Negro League players that they actually just dropped this week. So the first one you're actually going to get is actually a catcher, which is Roy. The next one is actually going to be another infielder, which is going to be Ray Dandridge. And the last but not least, you're going to be able to get Willard Brown, who's also an outfielder. Now, if you want to unlock some of these other Negro League players, refer back to my prior video where I actually showed you how to unlock each and every one, including how to get James Papa Bell as well. So let's start off with Roy, who's actually a catcher. He's one of the best catchers in the game. So you definitely want to maybe try to look at him. So let's try to determine how do you unlock Roy in this Negro League series before we get on to some of the other ones as well. Obviously, you got to do some of the moments. The first moment is actually you got to record 1 assist, tally 2 hits, tally 1 hit, tally 1 extra base hit, and you also got to hit 2 RBIs as well. Next episode, you're going to record another assist, and next episode, you're going to tally 3 total bases, tally 1 extra base hit, tally 3 runs, 3 RBIs, basically. And last but not least, the last episode in this Roy mode is actually going to be tally 4 bases. So basically just hit a home run and you can knock that out in the first try. Looking at some of his stats, he's actually a pretty decent catcher. Probably not the best catcher out there, but hey, he is pretty good if you're trying to do a Negro League team or if you're just trying to have a no money spent team as well, okay? So his power is pretty good at 82 and 85, right and left, and his fielding is actually pretty good as well. Not the best pop time, but he's probably maybe the 3rd or 4th best catcher in the game as far as the pop time rating as well. So no money spent, Negro League team, definitely you might want to try to target Roy. Next up, we're going to go to my man Roy, who's actually an infielder as well. Looking at his moments, you're going to record 1 assist, tally 2 hits, record another assist, tally 1 extra base hit and 2 RBIs, tally 2 hits and 1 extra base as well, tally 2 total bases, tally 1 RBI. And then here you're going to tally 2 hits and tally 2 RBIs as well. And that's going to get you Roy, who's actually a pretty decent infielder for a no money spent team. Looking at his stats, pretty decent for a 3rd baseman, 2nd baseman, and shortstop at secondary. Contact is 84 right, 91 left. Fielding is pretty good as in the 80. He has a pretty strong arm as well, 86 and 84 as far as strength and accuracy. So no money spent. He might be your guy. All right. And last but not least, and the third release player in this storylines mode is actually going to be Willard Brown. Looking at his moments, you're going to tally 2 hits, tally another 2 hits, and tally 1 extra base hit, tally 1 extra base hit, and tally 4 bases. Basically, hit a home run then, and you knock out that tally total bases as well. You're going to record 1 put out, which is kind of tricky, but if you have a little bit of patience and maybe try to aim towards the circle, you better get that one fairly easy. You're going to tally 3 total bases as well. Hit a home run. Let me give you a little sneak peek about this particular moment here because it is kind of hard. You're going to hit the wall every single time you hit the home run. So when you hit the ball out of the park, it's going to come back in. The secret to this mission right here in this episode is to continue to run. Don't stop. Run all the bases. It's basically going to be an inside the park home run, and you're going to slide at the plate at the very end. So if you're having difficulties hitting this one, to hit the home run, once it bounces off the wall, just keep going all the way through the bases, and then you're going to get a slide animation that's going to allow you to actually complete this challenge. So don't stop. Keep going for this if you want to try to knock out this last particular moment for Willard Brown. All right. So let's jump in other areas where you can actually see and get some of these Negro League players because they actually did release a lot. There's more than just the storylines. There's a whole lot more. So let's get right into that. So now let's talk where you can actually obtain some more Negro League players for your team as well, outside of the storylines. One of the first options is actually going to be the Jackie Robinson program. Looking at the Jackie Robinson path, I will show you where you can actually obtain a few more Negro League players, such as Walter Buck Leonard, just by completing some of the missions and also some of the moments within the Jackie Robinson program. Looking at this card here, he gets an 88 contact and 85 contact left. Pretty decent card. Power's at an 80 as well. So if you need a first baseman, someone who bats left, Walter Buck Leonard might be your guy. And going down the line on the Jackie Robinson program, you can also get my man Monty Irvin, who is pretty decent in the left field at a 71 speed. Contact right is a 93, contact left is an 84, and vision is a 102, which is actually kind of that's pretty good vision for a player anytime that you are going to the plate. All right. And you also got clutch at 91 as well. So if you are trying to complete a Negro League theme team, this card needs to be on your roster. No hands down. He is actually pretty good. Even his arm strength is pretty good at 81 as well. So another one you can actually get on the Jackie Robinson path is actually Hank Thompson. Hank Thompson's pretty good for a right fielder. He also has a lot of secondary positions such as second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field. So if those are gaps that you need on your field, Hank Thompson would definitely fill in there as well. So contact is 84. His vision is 95. Clutch is at an 83. Which is fairly decent as well. Pretty good speed at 81. He's also able to bunt at 90 in both stats. And he also has pretty good arm strength as well. So Hank Thompson at a 90 overall is actually pretty good for your Negro League theme team or just a team in general. And last but not least, once you fully complete the Jackie Robinson program, you actually get my man Henry Aaron, who's actually a shortstop. He has a lot of green as far as his contact is concerned. 81 contact right, 86 contact left. Vision 86 and clutch at 89. His defense is actually pretty good as well as far as his fielding. If you put him at shortstop, 83 to the right and 81 to the left. Arm strength is pretty good for a shortstop, 88 and 86 as well. So 91 overall. Parallel him up a little bit. You can probably get him to 94, 95. And he'll be one of your good shortstops as well. So some of these cards are really, really good for no money spent and also a Negro League theme team if that's something that you're into as well. So that's one way. You can also get some additional Negro League players by completing the Jackie Robinson Day program as well. Now, there is an event as well where you can also attain my man James Biz Mackey, who is actually classified as one of the best catchers in the game. He also has a lot of different secondary positions as well. So he's definitely one that you maybe want to either buy or also maybe grind in the event. Looking at his stats, 92 overall right, clutch is at a 90, power is at an 82. Looking at his catching stats, his pop-up time is a 92, ability at a 92, blocking is also at a 91 as well. So pop time, he's definitely one of the best in the game as far as being able to throw somebody out. If they're trying to steal. Arm strength is at a 93 and 92. His defense is pretty good as well. So fielding at a 91 overall and also contact at an 83. He does lack a little bit of power on the left side, but on the right he has an 82. So one of the best catchers in the game. My man James Biz Mackey. He's only attainable if you buy him with some stubs. And right now he's going about 30K stubs. So if you don't have the stubs, definitely grind out the program. Grind out the event the way you're able to actually get him and add him to your team as well. So he's catcher number one on a lot of people's teams. So he's definitely going to be a good addition. Now, they also did add the Jackie Robinson Showdown as well, to where you can also gain some additional Negro League players. They added so many Negro League players and spread them out across a lot of different areas in the Diamond Dynasty mode that you have to go out and try to get each and every one in different modes, which is not a bad thing at all. But looking at the Showdown, one of the people that you can actually capture from the Showdown is actually my man Andre Cooper, who's actually a starting pitcher. I can't even look at his card right now, but I can probably bring it up after I get done with this. But in order to get Andre Cooper, you do got to defeat this boss in the Showdown. The good thing about the Showdown is that you can continue to progress through the Showdown, even if you don't win the mode before that. The Showdown before that, you can also just continue to maybe try to get certain Showdown bosses depending on the card. So you get my man Andre Cooper, who's actually a starting pitcher. And if I remember correctly, he has a 5-pitch combination as well. So he's going to be another good addition at an 88 overall, one that you can probably parallel up a little bit and get a little bit better. Next up is another starting pitcher, which is actually my man Bill Foster as well. 5 different combinations, good addition, 89 overall. And you also get Jose Mendez, who's actually a pitcher / infielder a little bit. His combinations are pretty good. 89 overall. I would fully recommend that you guys try to parallel these cards up and make them a little bit better to overall about maybe 92, 93 or whatever. And last but not least, you get my man Wilbur Billard Joe Rogan. Okay. He is a 90 overall card that you can actually parallel. Another 5 different combo pitch combinations that are going to be very useful in some of these events, and also maybe in BR or also ranked. So if you need some pitching, the Negro League players definitely provide that, because they actually do have a lot of stamina, so they can go a little longer as far as innings pitch than a lot of some of these other pitchers, and they are kind of like some of the best as well. So let's move on to how you can gain even more Negro League players. So we got the events, we got the Jackie Robinson program, and then we got the Showdown. And last but not least, we actually got the Conquest, the way you can gain an additional 2 Negro League players by completing the Conquest with the 42 map Conquest. It's not that hard, very easy to do. You only got to capture just 3 different strongholds, and you're able to obtain 2 Negro League players. So let's go through and see which 2 they actually are. The first one up is actually going to be Leroy Matlock. And the only thing you got to do to get Leroy is actually just capture 2 other strongholds. And once you do that, you're able to get Leroy. Looking at his stats, pretty good for another starting pitcher. MLB released a lot of starting pitchers with the Negro Leagues. I fully recommend that you actually go out and get him. Even though he has he has 5 pitch combo, which is always a plus for a pitcher. And looking at some of his stats, even when he hits, if you were to put him in a DH or something like that, 95 contact right, 88 contact left, clutches at a 96. But looking at some of his pitch combinations, you got the fastball, slider, curveball, screwball, and you also have a changeup as well. So put him into your lineup. Try him out, and if you play any events, he's going to be very useful for you, because you can only use certain players for the events. So definitely give Leroy Matlock a try and try to unlock him. And you only need to beat 2 strongholds in order to get him. And last but not least, you can get my man Turkey Stearns, who's actually a hidden cheat code, because once I look at his stats, he's going to be great. In order to capture him, you must capture all the territories in the 42 map. So you must capture every space in the map in order to unlock Turkey. And looking at his stats, he's actually a center fielder, 82 speed, 90 contact right, 86 contact left, clutches at a 90, his power is at an 80. He is very, very sneaky good at the plate. He also has 6 quirks as well, so he is definitely one of the people that you need to add to your lineup if you're doing a no money spent, or you're just doing a Negro League theme team as well. I highly recommend that you guys try to capture a lot of these Negro League players, and you're going to be able to actually beat the competition, beat your friends, beat the events, beat the BR, and do fairly well. So I highly recommend that you guys go out and try to do that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you love the content. If you're trying to unlock the Negro League players and you're having difficulties, definitely make sure you drop a comment in the chat, and I'll try to respond as fast as I can to make sure that you get back on your journey of beating everybody in MLB The Show 26. So subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell icon so you know when I drop another video, and I'll catch you guys on the next Negro League storylines update video.